All right. Looks like a little bit more. Does that look weird?
No, you look like a cool
like
farmer.
Tom Cruise?
You look like Tom Cruise. You look like Val Kilmer.
In Top Gun?
You look like the blonde one.
Yeah.
Not Tom Cruise. Val Kilmer.
Down. Welcome to I Love My Baby, but he can be a little jerk. Obviously, we love and adore Sonny, but like he can be a little bit of a jerk and we have to discipline him. I feel like probably all parents feel that way. Like he can have a tude and we need to parent him.
He like wants to destroy everything, right? So look, we make a circle. And he just wants to destroy it. See, it's just boy energy maybe.
Sonny has a lot of energy. And I think a lot of people call it like a typical boy energy, which I feel like part of it is, but part of it is also just like his personality. Like he's just intense. He's like very like robotic. Like he wants to be a robot. He wants to run around. He wants to hide in everything. He wants to talk to everyone. He wants to like move every part of his body at all times. Like he's just like,
He's an extrovert.
he's definitely an extrovert. Like I've never seen Sonny be shy, ever. I think some of his physical energy is because you like roughhouse with him. I think like, I don't want to say like a typical dad who like throws him on the bed and tickles him and like does that roughhousing, but I think that he thinks that that's so fun and that's what other people like, and so then he does that. And I think that for us, it's now about finding the balance between like having fun and having that physical energy, but using it for good and not like in a violent way.
What just happened?
Sonny, this is not safe. He threw the book once, and I said if you throw it again, I'm gonna take it away, and so I took it away. And now he's trying to climb up to get it because I put it up there, but I obviously need to put it somewhere else. He also thinks everything is his. Mine, mine, mine. Like, I don't know whether that's like an only child thing or just also a typical toddler thing to just like think that everything is his. Anything you ask him, he'll say no to.
Do you want to get out of the bath?
No.
You want to get out of the bath?
No.
Sonny, we're gonna get out, okay?
No.
It's time to get out.
Like even if it's not a no or yes answer, it's just like no. And I remember my niece doing that all the time and being like, God, she's kind of like a bitch. Like she just says no to everything. What a terrible energy to have. And then I started to realize, oh, this is so like the typical toddler behavior, that they're realizing that they have a choice and they're trying to assert their independence. And so their way of asserting it is by just saying no to everything.
Sonny, can you put this in the basket, please? Sonny, we were cleaning up. I just put those all in the basket.
Honestly, before he started going to school, he was like terrible at cleaning up. Clearing his table, it has become a thing. Like we don't start a new activity until he's cleaning up his others, and it's always a battle. Like we have not mastered it. He's not like a tidy person yet, but we're working on it. Sometimes it's very hard to get him into the bath, and then as soon as he starts enjoying it, he doesn't want to get out. So it's like, how do we make those transitions smoother? And one of the things that we learned was giving him choices really makes a difference. Like saying, would you rather get out of the bath yourself, or would you rather me pick you out of the bath? And that's actually been really helpful in making those transitions easier. So a lot of this stuff we file under like the normal toddler behavior category, but some of the things we really want to nip in the bud because we don't want to normalize that behavior. One major thing is throwing things. We want to teach them that it's not okay to throw things. The hard part is when we're outside with him and we're throwing a ball, like
No,
he
don't
thinks
throw
that's
that.
okay to throw, so it's hard for him to distinguish what's okay and what's not to, so we really have to work on that.
Sonny, I don't want to have things thrown at me, Sonny. I know you're playing a game, but sometimes people don't like to have things thrown at them, okay?
The big thing that is just like not okay under any circumstances and cannot be handled with like a choice is hitting. Like, he doesn't have a choice whether he can hit or not hit. Like, he just cannot hit. And so that's something that we are trying to work on, and our strategy is to like be stern with him as soon as it happens. And Timmy usually does the disciplining with this and just like says, look at me in the eyes, like this is very serious, hitting is not okay, it hurts people, you can make them upset, and it is just not acceptable.
Sonny, be gentle.
Even though I have a blanket on, those are still my legs. And they have bones in them, and if you hit them too hard, they can hurt. Yeah, exactly.
I think as a parent, it's important to know when he's hitting because he's playing with you or when he's really upset with you and he's using it in like a little bit more of a violent way. And so I think when he's playing, it's important for us as parents to not be like as aggressive with our response, because we don't want them to lose that like playfulness, but we do have to say like, we need to play in a different way or in a nice way. Like, playing can be fun and we can be physical, but playing is not hitting.
Ooh, here, can I have it back? That's Daddy's. Oh, thank you, kiddo. Yay!
Sonny, you know,
Boy.
in our eyes, and I think like in his teachers' eyes and people that know him, like he's a lovely, sweet boy. He's so empathetic. He's majority wonderful, but obviously he is a little kid and he needs to be taught these things, and it's our job as parents to discipline him and not let him get away with things that could grow into bad habits. At first when he was hitting me, I was like, oh my God, like, is this gonna be a big problem? And I think since we have started to discipline and it's gotten better, I'm like, okay, this is just a normal thing that he needs to just be told what to do. I think had the behavior continued, I would have started to get a little bit scared and maybe needed to talk to like a specialist or something. But I do feel like hitting, saying no, thinking things are theirs, not wanting to get in the bath, not wanting to go to bed, these to me seem like issues that we were and are prepared to handle. You and I are figuring this out as we go and like figuring out our roles. You know, is there like a good cop, bad cop situation? Like, if you start to see behaviors where you don't really know how to react and you don't know what to do, like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, ask your other mom friends, ask teachers, like ask people that have been through this before, because you'll hear that most parents are dealing with the same things. So we've read some articles that have been really helpful in terms of disciplining and all this stuff. So we are going to leave them in the comments section and you guys can check them out for yourselves. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know if you think your kid is a jerk too.
And like what they do.
Yeah, and like what jerky things they do. Peace in the streets.